What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. Yes, I got my baseball cap on. Okay, I'm in that window where between you taking out your hair and going to the salon, I'm about to get my sewing done in the morning before my doctor's appointment. Okay, I literally am hopping like for the next 2 days to different places for like the last 2 days of the year. I'm getting through my videos for the rest of the day, and then I'm just going to be recording and just putting up everything, my list, the reactions, final wrap up. So that's basically it for that. But I'm here to do my final TV review for 2019, which is You Season 2. So I actually caught up with You last year. I saw commercials for it on Lifetime. I wasn't really interested. And then it popped up on Netflix. I saw it on Netflix, and basically, you know, I watched all 10 and I was hooked. I was like, okay, cool. And then we found out like Netflix had picked it up for a season 2. They're going to take over production. I was like, okay, Netflix, they know they see a good thing, even though I'm still mad at them about one day at a time. You know, that's neither here or there. So I saw the trailer and I was interested, cause Joe was just like, season 1, I was like really interested in like the kind of person he was, just like you get in the mind of like a serial killer. Yes, he is a serial killer and a sociopath. Season 2, we kind of see Joe try to do this redemption arc for himself. And one thing I like about the way the writers did this, they didn't make us sympathize with him. They make us see how he turned out the way he is. They didn't make us empathize or sympathize with him at all. And that's one of the things I hated with 13 Reasons Why, what they did with Bryce. So season 2, we see Joe. He has run across the country, Los Angeles, after Candace, who we all thought was dead, comes back because she saw Beck's book. And basically, she pinpointed the stuff together to realize, okay, it's Joe again. Side note, Beck really should like bash Joe's head in. One swing was not going to cut it. That's what annoyed me when I was rewatching the show. But yeah, he moves into a new place. He meets a girl named Love, and basically he is doing the same antics. And basically, instead of what we saw last season with Beck, we see the total opposite. We see Love that, she is someone who is very outspoken, and, she has a good circle of friends around her. She comes from a messed up environment. Her family is very, very up there with a lot of money. We meet her brother 40, who is kind of the classic, privileged hipster, recovering addict. So yeah, those are our established characters. I like how we had separate storylines with side characters. We also had Delilah and Ellie, Joe's neighbors. Delilah, she's this like gossip columnist who has a vendetta to take down this man named Henderson, who was messing with underage girls, and she was one of the victims. Her younger sister Ellie, who is an aspiring filmmaker, she's the kid that Joe takes under his wing to make sure they don't get into trouble. He felt like he had to protect this kid, kind of like he wasn't protected as a kid. So throughout the season, we get to see Joe kind of like basically adjust. He takes on the identity of a guy named Will, who is a hacker. Surprisingly, he lets Will go, which I was surprised because I thought he was going to kill him. But you know what? That was one of the many unexpected things we saw this season. Basically, we see, it was kind of a slow start. By episode 2, I was kind of like, okay, you have my attention. When Joe lost his pinky finger, I was like, hold up. Is this some mafia stuff? What is happening? And there was more stuff happening when it came to like Henderson's like death, and Joe, I don't know, the mindset he has on like the perfect cleanup and setup to where it looks like it was not a murder, but it was a suicide. But then, the cop friend that was sleeping with Delilah, putting it all together when it came to like headphones. He called for jaywalking, and it's like, wait a minute, your neighbor who makes about $8.25 an hour affords $600 headphones. How is that possible? The same headphones that are sponsoring Henderson, who was murdered. I'm like, ooh, the pinpointing. This is some CSI that I love. But yeah, we see that. We also explore Love and just her past. She had a husband who was deaf, and he ended up dying of natural causes, which is, we're still on We're still on the fence about that. We don't know if that's proven or not. But we see love, and we see that, she has her own flaws, and she's been through a lot. And, you kind of see how Joe aims for the people he chooses. He aims for girls who are vulnerable, who are in need of normalcy, and somebody who can fill in a void that they hadn't had. It's kind of how he did with Beck. But with Love, it's like he wants to change so bad. But when we get to the last 2 episodes of the season, everything just takes a 360. And this is where we're going to get into some heavy spoilers, okay? So basically, Delilah, she found out about Joe's cage. He traps her in there. He times some handcuffs on her. And basically, during the 16-hour, time frame, he goes into an acid trip. He comes back at the end literally a minute before the handcuffs unlock to find Delilah with her throat slit. He thinks he killed her. But no, it was Love, okay? Love killed Delilah. And come to find out, Love is worse than Joe. Love is worse than Joe, okay? She's her own little sociopath. She killed 40's first love, okay? She killed Delilah, and then later on, she kills Candace after she put a PI to try to find out who she is and find out who Joe is. And basically, she was like, no, I'm not going to let you take her away from me because guess what? Love is pregnant. I knew she was pregnant when she threw up. I was like, okay, you and Joe do not have the same vomit tendencies. You pregnant. And I knew it. I was right. And this is where everything turns around because Joe, basically gets a different view of who Love is. And I'm like, you hypocritical ass. You stalked Beck, killed her boyfriend, killed her best friend, killed her, basically framed her lover for her murder that you committed. And you have the nerve to judge Love for killing 3 people for you? Goddamn. I mean, honestly, she really killed 2 people and she was going to frame Ellie for everything. I'm like, you going to frame a 15-year-old girl, really? Really? And then she got with old dude Milo to make him jealous. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then, with the final episode, we get to the wedding of Sunrise and this other girl who are Love's friends. She makes the wedding cake. 40 figures out everything after not believing Candace and after basically connecting all the dots with Beck's book and her death and how it led to that and figuring out it was Joe. The cops are on basically Ellie's side because they think she did it for some reason. And basically there's a standoff and, before 40 can take out Joe, 40 is shot and he's framed for everything. And basically now Joe is living in his personal nightmare. The thing he wanted most is now the thing that he hates. He wants a daughter, but he does not love anymore. And I'm like, serves you right. Serves you right. You get to live in your own personal nightmare, but not for long because he plans his next target, which is the girl next door. I'm like, God damn, you can never be satisfied. Joe never be satisfied. He is so judgmental on trying to find the perfect woman in his eyes. And then once everything's good, he'll find that one character flaw and will just go off on a whole tangent and paranoia. And literally, he said, I was like, that's how I meet you. And the voiceover, it's like, my God, I cannot wait for you to get God. I know there's 2 more books in development for the series. And I'm just waiting for Joe to get God, okay? And the way they set it up is there could be a season 3 happening. I feel like Netflix is going to give it a season 3 because with the recent competition with Disney Plus and then HBO Max in May, which I am getting, they probably need as much content as possible. So season 3, I definitely see Joe kind of wanting to escape his nightmare, but Love probably won't let him. He'll probably want to stay for the sake of his daughter, but here's my things. I don't want to make this sound some type of way, but let the person that he goes after be a Black person or Hispanic, because I feel like we'll have more people around us to where they can pinpoint stuff and we can honestly point ish out. Okay, I'm not trying to sound some type of way, but if I had a stalker, I feel like I'll be doing the things that will kind of thwart his attempts, I don't know. But then I'll have people around me that kind of pinpoint everything. I'm like, you can't kill everybody around me. So, yeah. And that's kind of my little side note. Yeah, with this season, I feel like the only person that didn't deserve what they got was 40, okay? 40 was someone who was taking advantage of time after time. And, Delilah, she was asking for it because she couldn't keep her nose out her doggone business. Candace was asking for it. And, also we get to see Candace's backstory and how she ended up going into hiding because the law does not protect, women from stalkers. So Candace, she really could have just gone straight to the authorities with what Joe had planned. She could have recorded him saying something, but nah, she wanted to have a whole vendetta against him, and she ended up getting her throat slit by Love. So yeah. And maybe season 3 we will see Ellie, kind of come back for like revenge, because basically Joe basically sent her off with money. I don't know if he's still gonna send it, but I feel like she's gonna come back, and she's gonna come back with Avengers, because I feel like since she had gone east, I feel like someone's going to connect with her over what Joe did and how he got to LA. So, yeah. Overall, this second half of the season kind of pissed me off. But other than that, I'd say it was good. I kind of like season 1 more. But, that's just me. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you like this season better than season 1. What was your favorite part? What are you looking forward to for a season 3? It's your girl. Peace out, my love. Have a great day. Bye.